Shall we start? Yes. Good morning. Oh, I'm wearing the same shirt. Okay. Right. So yesterday, I'm sure everyone's mind was pretty much hot. No? It was easy to absorb? Yes. Okay. So today we are going to talk about Fibonacci retracement, but as usual, before we move on to any new topic, I generally prefer that we should have a quick recap of what we had discussed on the previous day. So yesterday, if you remember, we were talking about which type of indicator? It's a Bollinger Band, correct? And in stop loss, we also talked about how to determine stop loss. Very good. Okay, so first we'll quickly check out how to determine stop loss. We had talked about few strategies when we said MACD bullish crossover is there. RSI is above 60, correct? And RSI is above 60. If there is a big gap, let us say for 1 month or so, RSI is below 60, then RSI is above 60. So better, correct? And how do we determine stop loss? For that we said we have to check out the breakout candle. What is a breakout candle? You forgot? Exactly, the candle which broke the trend and went up or either went down. So if you remember, we had said that assume that it's a normal sideways trend category. Okay. It still does not want to show any trend. Okay. So this is, let's say this is sideways trend. Okay. For, let us say MACD line. MACD line is going like this. Okay. And signal line is going like this. Is there any call, yes or no? This is signal line. Any call, yes or no? No. But if I change the MACD line and if I say the MACD line is going something like this, is there a call here? Yes. Now let us understand there are, there's a line chart that I'm drawing instead of a candlestick chart. Let's say line is drawn something like this and the line is going like this. So no, but we have to draw a breakout candle. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ignore the color, and 6. Which is the breakout candle? The last one is a breakout candle. It broke what? The resistance. It broke the resistance. So we call this as a breakout candle. Okay. Can we take a call here? Number 1, it's a breakout candle. Number 2, MACD has crossed over. Number 3, we see RSI going above 60. Number 4, we see that volume of the latest candle is highest as compared to last 4. You remember that volume also? Latest candle, latest volume bar is higher than last 4 or 5 volume bars. That's also a positive sign. Everything is in positive. I take a buy call. Fair enough till here? Yes. The next question was, if I'm satisfying all these parameters, could this be a classic strategy for a swing trade? Yes. And I said, how do we determine my target price in a swing trade? Target price could be somewhere around 3 to 8%. 3 to 8% if you are getting, that should be good enough. 3 to 5% is also good enough. And in a matter of how many days? 10 days on an average, I can say. 2 weeks, if you remember, I said 2 weeks. 2 weeks is roughly 10 days. That should be good enough. Okay. But then let's understand that it's just going up. Then you are saying, ye dil mange more. Why should I wait at 8% profit if I'm getting more? Then we use the concept of a trailing stop loss. Remember, we had discussed this yesterday also. Trailing stop loss. How do I trail my stop loss? How do I take my stop losses forward? My stop loss will be equal to previous day's low price. Previous day's low price of the candle. If this is the candle and we said this something like this, which is the low price? This one is the low price. Previous day's low price will be what? The trailing stop loss. See, trail, what do we mean by trail? Trail means let it go. We are trailing it. We change it day by day. If it's going higher, why do you want to book a profit immediately? But then the question is, every time we feel if it goes one day down, then we start feeling a little bit panicked. Shall I book? Shall I wait? So keep this in mind. What is the trailing stop loss? If you have achieved this target, step number 1, achieve the target. If you have achieved the target, trailing stop loss will be previous days candles low point. Khatam. Okay. Possibility number 3. Are you going to get a profit in every single trade? No. Could it happen that it broke out and immediately next day it saw a big correction? Possible. In that case, what should be your stop loss? Previous day's low, or if you remember, we said median of the breakout candle. That is definitely where you have to book at least partial losses. And here low could be the final booking of loss. You remember how did we calculate median of the breakout candle? Simple mathematical formula was opening plus closing divided by 2. We have discussed this yesterday. Opening plus closing divided by 2. That was the median of the candle, breakout candle. Can you recall till here? Yes, that is what we discussed about stop loss and target price. One very important point that we discussed yesterday was Bollinger Bands. And then we said here the entire play is on the standard deviation. Okay. And we said that what is standard deviation? For that, step number 1, calculate DEMA. It could be either a simple moving average or it could be a DEMA. Okay. How many days? For Bollinger Band, what is the standard number of days? 20, correct. 20 standard number of days. So what do you do? Step number 1 is calculate X bar. What is X bar? Average. And that is nothing but DEMA. It could be a simple average or it could be an exponential moving average. First of all, we'll calculate DEMA. So that is X bar. Number 2, what do? We calculate X minus X bar. In short, what are we calculating? Deviation from the standard. Okay. But then we'll say in the first inning, Virat Kohli's deviation is 5 runs. In the second inning, his deviation is 20 runs. In the third inning, his deviation is 48 runs. And we go on till we talk about 20 such innings. Is it going to give you a good interpretation if I go on just talking about 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is this? What would you be interested in? Tell us also some range, what is happening. So what do? We calculate X minus X bar, but here answer could be either positive or it could be negative. So just to negate the impact, what did we do? X minus X bar square. So that negative effect is gone. With me? Yes. Then to remove that square effect, what did we do? Square root. But if I stop here, tell me, will I have to calculate this for every single observation? X minus X bar is for one observation. Again, X minus X bar square, one observation. X minus X bar, another observation. Instead of that, what do? Divided by N. N is what? All number of observations. In our example, what is number of observation? 20. Okay. Here what do we get? We get a sigma. Sigma, standard deviation. Why was this sigma useful? And for that we had drawn this curve. I have not invented this curve. This has been invented by statisticians. What do they say? If this is the mean, which is what? Our X bar. Virat Kohli on an average scores 90 runs. And his sigma is 5. Means what? Standard deviation is 5. Means what? He can either score in the range of, I can say, in the range of 85 to 95 runs. What is the probability that he will be between 85 to 95? 68.2%. So this was 1 sigma. And if you remember, then we had drawn 2 sigma. Correct, na? 2 sigma. 2 sigma is what? 2 deviations. Means answer will be what? 80 and 100. And this probability, this observations, number of innings being covered in this range, 80 to 100, will be almost 95. So what did we say? What is the main theory behind Bollinger Band? 95% of your observations of stock prices will be within the 2 sigma deviations, either on the upper band or on the lower band. But these are these 5% mischievous people who are going to go out. 5% people are going to go either below 80 or above 100. And these are going to be the ones who are going to give us awesome returns. Okay, so how do we play with the normal strategy? Tell me, if I'm talking about this area, how do we play with it? Simple. We can take Bollinger Bands as supports and resistances. So for example, if this is like the SMA line, 20 SMA line, and let us say this is the Bollinger Band. Okay, and if the stock price is somewhere here, great chance that it will come down. If the stock price is here, great chance that it will go up. Somewhere it will be near the average. How many cases? 95% of the cases this will happen. Correct? So this is the normal strategy. If you remember yesterday only I told you, is the band predefined and then are we playing in between? Or does the band keep on generating as number of observations keep on generating? Keeps on generating as the number of observations keep on generating. But for the 5% category, if you remember, I had talked about one concept, and this was known as what? Very good. We called this as a BB squeeze. Bollinger Band squeeze. Okay, and squeeze, if I'm talking about a daily chart, if squeeze is greater than 1 month roughly, if squeeze is greater than 1 month, and if after that there is a breakout, then what is the chance? That it's in that 5% category where it will break the band and go up, or at least, if you remember, what was the term for this? Walking along the band. Very good. Either it will break the band and go up, or it will walk along the band. This will happen after there is a BB squeeze and open. This is BB squeeze, this is BB open. Both strategies for BB revised properly. Any doubt for this? No? Great. BB Bollinger Band. BB म्हणजे वेगळं, BB अवघड होतो मग. वेळ आहे अजून. Huh? Is what? Why? The problem is it's BB, na? So you never trust it. Okay, but that's why, okay, important. That's what I'm saying. Are we going to use BB in singularity? No. Are we using MACD in singularity? No. Are we using RSI in singularity? No. We might get lesser calls, but we are okay with that. Still, we have generated so many calls during the batch only. And one call going wrong is still okay as compared to 4 or 5 calls going right. Even if you are having a 4:1 ratio, still that's not bad. That will work only if you are strictly sticking to your stop loss points. Okay? Yes, doubt. Okay. He is asking if I take instead of 20 as a BB demo, can I take 30? You can. Frankly speaking, I have not back tested with 30. So we can do a back testing with 30. Simple, go to your in.trading view. When you select BB, there is a small wheel of that setting. Take 30 and do homework for 50 charts. That's back testing. Whether it is following more accurately or not, that can be done. Okay. Fair enough? Good.